Good afternoon. May I audible? Afsal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Only 6 people joined. I will wait some more time and then we will start. Uh, Sabrina, you are the representative of B class, isn't it?
No, sir, I'm not the class representative.
Okay. Any representatives are available from B class in numerical method?
Uh, they are, they are, no, sir, no, representatives aren't available.
Okay. No issues. You represent numerical methods. Okay.
All right, sir.
Be a representative
And
for
sir,
the.
it will be better if you select someone from section A also.
Okay. Okay. But any representative from A class? Are you aware?
Sir, class is going on in Prod right now. So they'll be back in. They'll come online in about 5 minutes. Sir is taking extra 5 minutes, so he has asked us to stay.
Okay, fine, no
There.
issue. Today we
Yes.
have one more class, no issues. Let them join. Okay, tell me, anyone, Bhavya, you are also B class, isn't it?
No, sir. A.
Any representative is available from A?
Sir,
Numerical.
both representatives are in the other elective, and I guess you chose Rahul to be the class represent for this elective.
Rahul, huh?
Yes, sir. When he comes online, I'll let you know.
Anand Modi belongs to which class?
BB.
B, huh?
On the body section.
Okay. Uh, Rahul, huh? You said about Rahul. Rahul, yes or Rahul? 88 or 80?
No. So when Rahul comes, I'll let you know. He's not here right now. Uh,
You are belongs to A section.
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Then concerning B class, Sabarani Paul and Anand Modi be the owners representative or the group admin, and concerning A, you, Bhavya and S Rahul be the owners and admin and class representative concerning numerical methods.
Sure,
Mm,
sir.
uh, uh, but in our MS team, there are 40 plus people are available.
Mm-hmm.
In our group also there are 40 plus. In
Yes,
the
sir.
in the group, I will make you four as an admin, and in MS team, I made you as a owner.
Okay, sir.
Please refer the PDF which I have circulated with the WhatsApp and which I have uploaded in the MS team registered students list.
Okay, sir.
Please verify your class
Yes.
students and remove those who are not registered numerical methods, both in MS team as well as in WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Who is the last class? Who handling the last class? Bhavya.
Sir, MME Prof, sir. Satyanarayan, sir.
Satyanarayanan, sir.
Yes, sir.
The subject?
MME, sir. Metallurgy.
Metallurgy. Metallurgy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Read the iron carbon diagram in a detailed way. The base for metal handling and metal cutting is iron carbon diagram. Uh, Hence, be aware with the iron carbon diagram. Read the iron carbon diagram in a detailed way.
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
Satyananand sir will make a detailed note.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, what was the difference between? Still, some more people have to join. Till that, we'll discuss some other issues. What was the difference between brass and bronze?
Sir, both are alloys with different components, sir.
It is a smart answer, but it is not the answer.
Um, I don't know, sir. Sir, what do you? I don't know, sir. That's all I know.
Others, the
Other-
question to all 19. It is not only for Bhavya. Please, others, Kalyan or Ashwat.
Hello, yes, sir.
Ah, do you have any idea about when Kalyan, we are seeking some answers from someone, that person leaving. Kalyan leave the meeting. Ashwat, have you aware about the difference between brass and bronze?
Uh, One component is the same in the alloy, sir.
Ah.
It differs on the materials of that. For brass is made up of copper and zinc.
Very good.
Uh, Bronze is made up of copper and
Tin.
In you have referred.
zinc is same in bronze and
Anyway, the attempt is good. The copper and zinc, the combination of copper and zinc, brass, copper and tin is bronze.
yes, sir.
The percentage may be 70-30 or 60-40 in both the cases. That is what we are going to learn in metallurgy. The solid solution. In a single axis, we are going to learn both iron and as well as carbon, various temperature difference, alpha ion, gamma ion, beta ion, and why beta ion is not considered in the ion carbon diagram. Alpha, gamma, and delta ion. What is the pure form of ion? The ion exists in three different forms. In at what temperature it differs. These are the things we are going to read in detail in metallurgy. It was a very good subject. Anyway, we are going to deal with various materials. We need to know a very sound knowledge about the material science. Everything is material. Your mobile phone is a material. Your laptop material. Your key. Anything is material. Made up of material. Made up of matter. It may be a material. Since it has some process, it becomes a material. Therefore, we should be very conscious about the handling of material and preparation of material. Read a lot. Have a very sound knowledge about ion carbon diagram. Okay, 24 people have joined. We'll start the today's session. Okay, Rahul, தம்பி இதை போட்டுப்பா, ஏர்ஃபோன் போட்டுக்க, பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஏர்ஃபோன் போட்டுக்க, அப்போ போடாதுப்பா. Okay, for today's Bhavya, Rahul joined. Bhavya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rahul? Wait, just a minute, I will come back. Okay. Rahul? Not yet joined. I think so, not yet joined.
Sir, like which Rahul, sir? There are actually two Rahul here, sir.
Bhavya, you're concerned
Yes,
about...
sir. Rahul, sir made you this owner of numerical methods, right? Not owner something. He gave you the responsibility of our section, right?
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And for others information, Rahul and Bhavya be the representatives of numerical methods for A class, and Anand Modi and Sabranipal be the representative for B class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. For today's class, Rahul, please join with us. Rahul, Prithvi, please
Yes, sir.
please unmute your mic. Saravanan.
Okay.
Saravanan, please join with us, Saravanan. And Sriram. Kumara Raja Sriram.
Yes, sir.
Saravanan B. B with us. B with us. Unmute the mic till the end of the session. Kumar Raja Sriram. Kumar Raja. Afsal, please join with us. Afsal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. The slides are visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the last class, what we have seen is LU decomposition, that is lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. That we have the given matrix is subdivided into lower and upper triangular matrices. Then that is said to be in LU decomposition. This is a direct method of finding the results of unknowns, and which we have seen in the last class, and we found the results with the assistance of L21, L31, L32, and U11 till U33. That we have found the results, and we have decomposited the given matrix into lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. And from the same coefficients, we have solved one problem. We found the values of x, y, z. This is the problem which we have solved during last class. That is example 7. The thing which is necessary we have to keep in mind is the matrix should not be a singular matrix. If it is a singular matrix, so what is mean by singular matrix? What is mean by
Determinant 0.
the determinant value is 0. Yes, of course. The first term should not be a 0, and the first four terms, the first four terms should not be the determinant values of first four terms should not equal to 0. Similarly, the matrix value should not equal to 0. The determinant value of the given matrix should not equal to 0. Then only we can solve with the aid of LU decomposition. If the first term is 0 or the first four terms is determinant value is 0, then we should do a rearrangement. Based on the rearrangement, if we are not getting the matrix value, determinant value is not equal to 0, then we can process further now to find the result. This is the case which I have given to you. What was the various L and various U values? Tell me the various U and the various L values. L11 and so on.
So in that question, if we do not reorder the matrix, then if we reorder the matrix,
It's not louder.
So if we reorder the matrix to have a diagonally dominant matrix, then in that case LU will not be possible.
I think so. It is Sabrani. It is not audible, Sabrani.
So she's saying if you rearrange it to be a diagonal dominant matrix, LU decomposition is not possible.
Yes, of course, which I have told now. The 1, 6, and 2, 12, the determinant value of this 4 becomes 0, isn't it? Then we need to here diagonally dominant is not a constant, Sabrani. Diagonally dominant is not a constant for doing the problem with LU decomposition. The thing is, the first term should not be 0, and the first 4 terms, the determinant value of the first 4 terms, as well as the determinant value of entire matrix should not be a singular matrix. It should be a non-singular matrix. Not to get the result, it should be a non-singular matrix. If the matrix, the determinant value of the entire matrix is non-singular, still the first term, 4 terms are the determinant value is 0, then we need to do some rearrangements. That I have given my material itself. I have given. Show that A does not have an LU decomposition. Reorder the rows of A and find the LU decomposition of the new matrix. So hence solve the given system of linear equation. Anyone solved? Okay. Anyway, for in the afternoon session, you tell me the results of U11, L21, U22, L32, U33, L33, U44, and then the various values of our unknown x1, x2, x3.
I
Yes,
did
sir.
also with this matrix without
Please solve the problem.
rearranging
Solve
the
the
rows.
problem. During the afternoon session, we'll have a visit and then we'll enter into the today's topic. Concerning the today's, pardon.
So I don't understand, like, why do we need to rearrange the rows? Like, if I do the problem with this matrix intact, I am getting answers.
Yes. What was the answer?
So
Tell me the answer.
U11 is 1, U12 is 6, U13 is 2. Then again L21 is 2, U22 is 10, U23 is 1. So the entire matrix is getting formed.
It is feasible to do LU decomposition.
Yes,
Then
sir.
the matrix as it was. It is feasible
No,
for
sir.
it. No, it won't be feasible
No,
to
sir,
find.
it's not.
Okay, the attempt is good. Anyway, you made an attempt. I think so. Anyway, we'll have a visit over the afternoon session, and then we'll have the today's afternoon session.
Okay, sir.
Please, others also try. I have hearing 2 voices alone.
Sir, when I solved with this matrix, LU decomposition was not possible. So I rearranged the rows and then it was possible.
You solved. You
Yes,
solved.
sir.
What was the results, Bhavya?
So wait. U11 was -1, U12 was -3,
No.
U13 was
We will inquire U1 and L1 in the afternoon. What is the results of
okay,
X1,
sir.
X2? X1, X2.
Oh, x1, x2. Okay. -43, 16, -22.
Okay, that is good. Then that is good.
Yes, sir.
What changes you have made?
So I made the last row the first row and the first row the last row.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
yes, sir.
This is what we need to do. I am requesting others also to do to solve the problem in the same way. You rearrange the you transfer the first row into third row, and third row becomes the first row, and then try to do the decomposition first, and then solve the problem. First get various
So,
U
but
and
what
L
is the logic with which we transfer the rows? That's what I'm not able to understand.
No, Sabarni, since we are getting an singular value, we cannot find the. It is not feasible to do LU decomposition. As it was, the matrix as it was, then we won't get the LU decomposition of given A. It is not feasible. That is why we are doing a rearrangement. Okay, anyway.
Yes, sir, but aren't there any rules for the rearrangement? Like, we just randomly shift rows.
Yes. Of course, we have some rules.
Sir, how I shifted rows was I thought that for this diagonally dominant of the matrix had to be diagonally dominant. So the sum of diagonal elements should be max. So when I did when I changed the last row to the first row and the first row to the last row, in that case, sum was 13. So that was the maximum possible. So I did that way.
This is Bhavya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But in the LU decomposition, it is not necessary to keep the terms are diagonal dominant.
Yes, sir. But then, like, so I thought my thought process was that, but that's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
Only thing is the first term should not be 0, and the first 4 terms, the determinant value should not be 0.
Okay,
That,
sir.
that was the rule. Okay. Any other queries with LU decomposition? Still further
So
we are
in
going to.
this question, I have a last doubt. Like in this question, sir, when I break down the matrix to L and U, I am finding proper like legit values for every L and U. So like, how is that not getting formed? I am not supposed to understand.
If the matrix as it was, you are able to get L and U's.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyway, I'll solve and I'll tell you during the afternoon. I'll make an attempt with the matrix as it was, and I'll tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Any other queries with this LU decomposition?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. The thing is, still we are concerned about LU decomposition. Even you have a better understanding while solving the problem which is going to solve in today's session. The today's title is a tridiagonal system. The tridiagonal system, or the matrix, the band matrix, is a star matrix whose non-zero entries are confined to a diagonal bond comprising the main diagonal and 0 or more diagonals or either sides. Assume the first matrix 1, 2, 3 on the main diagonal. It has main diagonal alone, the main diagonal terms alone. And considering the second matrix, it is also a diagonal matrix, that is band matrix, and which has 3 diagonals. 1, 2, 3 is one diagonal. 4, 5 is an upper diagonal. We let it be the upper diagonal, and 6, 7 let it be the lower diagonal. Hence this matrix is said to be a tridiagonal matrix. Tridiagonal matrix. This matrix is said to be a tridiagonal matrix. And concerning this example, consider this is a 6 cross 6 matrix, and which has the red color in the main diagonal. We have red color in the main diagonal, and the green color indicates the upper diagonal terms. Here different terms or terminology or nomenclature is introduced, that is super diagonal. There are 2 rows are available in the upper diagonal, and there are 3 rows in the lower diagonal, and the upper diagonal is said to be in super diagonal, and the lower diagonal is said to be in subdiagonal. The number of super diagonal is called upper bandwidth, that is upper bandwidth is 2 and the lower bandwidth is 3. And with this we are going to solve the problem. We are going to approach LU decomposition with the tridiagonal matrix. With the tridiagonal, we are going to solve the problem with assistance of LU decomposition. Here assume we have A1, A2, A3, A4 in the main diagonal, and the super diagonal has B1, B2, B3, and subdiagonal has C1, C2, C3. Here the bandwidth of super diagonal is equal to 1, and subdiagonal is equal to also 1. And we are going to solve the problem. We are going to solve the tridiagonal matrix, and the algorithm which is taught by Thomas algorithm. And since during the last class I have inquired about who is available in who is available in Roorkee, because the LU decomposition or the the LU decomposition is derived from University of Roorkee. R.C. Mittal, an Indian author, and Thurdy defined the LU decomposition, who is belongs to University of Roorkee. And with that of LU decomposition, the Thomas did an further study with a tridiagonal matrix, and therefore that is said to be in Thomas algorithm. The Thomas algorithm is said to be tridiagonal matrix algorithm, TDMA. TDMA means tridiagonal matrix algorithm, or it may be called as Thomas algorithm, and which is a very similar pattern which we have solved with the assistance of LU decomposition. And assume this is the pattern which we are going to solve the problem. This is the bandwidth. This is the upper portion is said to be in super diagonal, and this is sub-diagonal, and the entire bandwidth is given in detail, and half bandwidth, half HBW is said to be in half bandwidth, and the diagonal terms are denoted in D1, D2, D3, and so on till Dn-1 and Dn. Similarly, upper diagonal is said to be in U1, U2, U3, and so on, and lower diagonal is said to be in L1, L2, and so on. The other terms are 0. The other terms are 0, and assume this is what we are going to do. And the given matrix, A matrix, is subdivided into lower and upper triangle matrix, which we did it in the LU decomposition. In addition, we are going to solve the problem. With that Thomas algorithm, we are going to solve the problem, and we are going to solve the tridiagonal system. And this is the problem. The unknown is 4. Number of unknown is 4. X1, X2, X3, and X4. And the main diagonal, we have the main diagonal terms are 2.04, and all the terms are equivalent. And the upper triangular portion -1, -1, -1, and lower diagonal also -1, -1. And what we are going to with the aid of LU decomposition, we are going to start the problem. Let Ax is equal to B. The A given matrix is A, and the X, this is the column matrix is said to be in X, and right hand side RHS is said to be in B, and let A is equal to LG. A is equal to LG. First decomposition is implemented as this is the way that we can do our decomposition. And here 1, 1, 1, and 1. This is achieved through solving the given by relating the various L21, L32, L3, L43, and so on. We can get the solution. This is achieved through solving the LU decomposition. And now what we are going to do, and the main diagonals are assigned as 1, and the lower diagonals are assigned as L21, L32, L43. Here the upper diagonal U11, U22, U33, and U44, and -1, -1, which we are going to relate with the A, that is L, and U is equal to A. And what we are going to do, we are going to multiply this two matrix in order to obtain our various lower triangular portion and the upper triangular portion. And the thing is, we have to write the first column on the top of the matrix. Write the first column on the top of the matrix, and then multiply the 4 rows and equate into the RHS matrix. And the first column, in concern with the first column, U11 2.04 into 1, that is U11 is equal to 2.04, and here sorry, here this is U11 -1 0, this is 0, U2 -1 0, here 0 0, U33 -1 0 0 0, and U44. Assume that is U11 is written on the top of the matrix. Wrongly I have given the RHS matrix. It should be this matrix, that is u11 here, u11 0 0. The u11 is multiplied with 1, then that is equal to 2.04. Then the second term, that is u11 into l21, l21 is equal to minus 1. Then the second column, that is minus 1 u2, minus 1 here, minus 1, the second column minus 1, here also minus 1, we are getting here also minus 1. Then leave that constant. The second term, that is minus l21 plus u22 is equal to the second term, right, RHS matrix, second column, second term is 2.004. And please make a note of the next term, that is L32 U22 is equal to minus 1. Similarly, the third column. Therefore, the result is U11 is equal to 2.04, L11 is equal to minus 0.49, U22 is equal to 1.55, and the others L32, U33, L33, and U44. Please make a note. This is what we have obtained. Various U and L values. Initially, what we have to remember, we need to subdivide the given matrix into lower and upper triangle matrix. And here, the thing is, in lower triangle matrix, the main diagonal is to be 1, and the subdiagonal should be lower L21 and L32 and L43. Similarly, for upper triangle matrix, the main diagonal should be U11, U22, U33, and U44. The upper diagonal matrix should be equivalent to the matrix which is given equivalent to minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. We have obtained various U and various L values that was applied in the given matrix. Assumed that was given into assumed L and U matrix. And now what we can do, as what we did in our LED composition, in the similar way we are going to solve the problem. Here, instead of all the terms in matrix, we are having the main diagonal, super diagonal, and subdiagonal alone. The other procedure are very similar to that of LED decomposition. Therefore, this type of solving the matrix to be in Thomas algorithm or tridiagonal matrix, Thomas algorithm for tridiagonal matrix. Here, assume the LUX is equal to B. Let Y is equal to UX, so that the Ly is equal to B. First to solve, try to get the solution for Y. Ly is equal to B. Write the column on the top of the matrix, and then multiply with that of various rows, equate to the RHS, and get the various Y values. Y1 is equal to 40.8. Considering the second row, minus 0.49 into Y1 plus Y2 is equal to 0.8. Applying the value of Y1, we can get the Y2 value. Similarly, the third row, get the results of Y3. Similarly, the fourth row, get the results of Y4. Now we got the results of Y1, Y2, Y3, and Y4. What was the assumptions? Ux is equal to Y. Ux is equal to Y. We have upper triangular matrix into X is equal to RHS. We have various Y's, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, which we have obtained. And now write the various X on the top of the matrix and multiply with that of various rows and equate to the RHS value. 2.04 X1 is equal to, here, considering the lower triangle matrix, start with the lower portions. That is, start with the X4. 1.323 X4 is equal to 210.989. From that, get the value X4. Then 1.395 X3 plus X4 is equal to 14.211. From that, apply the value of X4 into the newer equation and get the results of x4. Sorry, x3. Similarly, the second row, 1.55x2 minus x3 is equal to 20.792. The results of x2 is equal to 93.74. Similarly, 2.04x1 minus x2 is equal to 40.8. The results of x1 is equal to 65.952. I think so. You're doing the calculation with the calculator or some other teaching aid. If any deviation with this results, let me know. We will check the results, and if there is any queries, please ask. I am thinking that you are having the calculator, you are solving, and you are making the notes. You are writing with aid of your materials. You are copying. I think so. If it is not, please copy the content parallelly. Now the results of various x, x4, x3, x2, and x1. And this is said to be an Thomas algorithm. Thomas algorithm for tridiagonal matrix. And now this is for your exercise. And please solve the problem. We'll visit this problem during our afternoon session. And tell me the various results of x1, x2, x3, and x4. Please make a note. Make a note. We will inquire the results of example 8 as well as example 10. Shall we move?
1 second. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, in Gauss Seidel, what we did in Gauss Seidel, and what was the difference between Gauss Jacobi and Gauss Seidel? Anyone, please? Gauss Jacobi
Gauss
and Gauss.
Jacobi gives the initial value, and Gauss Seidel gives the most recent value for every axis.
Jacobi needs initial value, and Gauss Seidel needs.
We use the most recent value each time.
Most recent value. Yes, of course. That was the difference between Gauss Jacobi and Gauss Seidel. And here, what we did, the main constraint for solving the Gauss Jacobi, the problems with the aid of Gauss Jacobi and Gauss Seidel is it should be a diagonal dominant matrix. And we if it is not, we need to do some rearrangements over the matrix, and then we have to do we have to solve the problem. And this is what we did in Gauss Seidel. And in addition with Gauss Seidel, there is a newer method of Gauss Seidel, that is modified Gauss Seidel method is available. That modified Gauss Seidel method is titled as successive over-relaxation, that is SOR, successive over-relaxation. In this method, we are going to assign some weightage for various x. In addition with the initial values, initial assumptions, we are going to assign some weightage. The weightage may be termed as lambda or omega, whatever it may be, various authors using various symbols. And in order to solve the problem in successive relaxation, we need to revisit what we did in Gauss Seidel. Here, we made it based on the diagonal dominant terms, we have rearranged, and then we obtained x1 is equal to, here x1 is equal to x2 plus x3 minus 2. The coefficient which is associated with x1 becomes on the divisions of the RHS. Similarly, x2 and x3. The initial assumption is x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0. Here, the thing is, in the first iteration itself, we have given the value of x1 here. The most recent calculated value is given as an input for the not for the subsequent iteration. The same iteration, we need to use the most recent values. Similarly for x3. And what we are going to do with SOR is, this is we have already seen. There is no need to make a note over this one. And the thing is the relaxation method, that is successive over relaxation method. And there are many parameters we need to worry, that is lambda. Here the lambda we are going to assume along with the earlier assumptions. What we are going to do here, lambda. And for this thing I will make a detailed note how this derivations, how these equations are comes into picture in SOR. What is relaxation, what is successive over relaxation, that one by one we will introduce one by one. We will crack numerical methods slowly. And here what we are going to do with the successive over relaxation is xi nu is equal to lambda xi nu plus 1 minus lambda into x old. This is what we are going to do. And here GS means Gauss Seidel method. Gauss Seidel method, what we did, x2 nu is equal to d2 minus, this is what we did. We have the value of x21, therefore x21 value is given as an input for the first iteration itself. The term a22 is associated with x2, that is coefficient of x2 is a22, that was given as a division for the RHS. Here what we are going to do, we are going to add along with this one, we are going to add lambda value, lambda plus 1 minus lambda into x2 old. The x2 old has the influence over the x2 of nu, therefore that has to be given as an input for the first iteration itself. Therefore this 1 minus lambda x2 old plus lambda x2 nu, this is what we are going to do. Please make a note of this slide, and with the assistance of this slide we are going to solve the problem. x1 nu, x2 nu, x3 nu and x4 is equal to, this is the formula. Please make a note. Please write all x1, x2, x3, x4, because here x2 is old, here x3 is old, here x4 is also old, but here x1 is new, x3 old, here x4 is old, but here x2 new, x2 old. The example 11, the example which we have solved during our Gauss Seidel or Gauss Jacobi, the same problem we are going to solve with SOR, that is successive over relaxation. Here the assumptions given in the problem is lambda value of assume the lambda value is 1.2, and now here 1 minus lambda, the lambda value is 1.2, therefore here minus 0.2 minus 0.2 minus 0.2, the various x values, xi, here x1, x2, x3, x1 old, x2 old, x3 old will come here, plus this is what we did in Gauss Seidel. This is what we did is Gauss Seidel. With that we have the coefficient lambda 1.2, 1.2, 1.2. Please make a note. The x1 is equal to minus 0.6, x2 is equal to 7.29 and x3 is equal to 7.7. Concerning the second iteration, the value of second iteration. Concerning the third iteration, here the value of x1, x2, x3 given as an input for the second iteration here. 29, 7.7, 0.6, 0.6, 7.29 and 7.7. Here, the value of 7.29, 7.7. The value of x1 given as an input for here for the same iteration. The thing what we need to remember during SOR is even the past various assumptions also may influence over the newer findings. Therefore, that is assumed along with some weightage. The weightage, the probable weightage or the optimum weightage based on the past study is 0 to 1, 0 to 2. The convergence rate of the weightage, the very quicker weightage is 0 to 2. This 0 to 2 might get the results in a quicker way rather than the other weightage. The weightage which was assumed 0 to 2 can converge your results as quicker than the other weightage. Therefore, assume your weightage always with that of 0 to 2. Here the weightage considered is 1.2. If the weightage is 1, assume the weightage is 1. What will happen? Assume the weightage is 1. Anyone please? The SOR becomes, if the weightage is lambda value is equal to 1, what will happen?
It becomes 0.
Little louder.
It will become 0.
The problem becomes?
Because 1 minus lambda, so it's 1 minus 1 will
Yes,
be
okay.
0.
Okay, that term becomes 0.
Yeah.
That is, this term becomes 0. Okay, here what will come? Here lambda, as it was, lambda is equal to 1. If lambda
Can't
is
see where
equal
you're
to
pointing
1,
at.
the SOR becomes Gauss seidel. In the earlier slide itself, I have given, but I think no noted down. Here see, Gauss seidel,
Yeah.
lambda is equal to 1. If lambda is equal to 1, then that is that will become okay. If lambda is equal to 1, then your SOR will become Gauss seidel. Okay. We'll solve the problem with the Excel. Please have your Excel during the afternoon session. We'll solve this problem with the aid of Excel. We will solve, and the convergence rate of SOR is very slower. Still, there are n number of parameters added over the Gauss seidel, that's weightage, and the inputs of the past input, that is x1, x2, x3 also given as an input for SOR. The convergence rate is very slower when compared with the Gauss seidel. Then what was the need to go with by getting the solution with the SOR? That I will make a detailed note. Do you have any doubts over SOR or the Thomas algorithm?
No, sir.
Okay. Please have your the afternoon session. We'll meet during our the afternoon session.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.